Alright, guys, I'm back with another chapter in 1 Samuel. We're in 1 Samuel chapter 26, where the header reads, David spares Saul again. And we'll get right into it. Now some men from Ziph came to Saul at Gibeah to tell him, David is hiding on the hill of Hakilah, which overlooks Jeshimon. So Saul took 3,000 of Israelites' elite troops and went to hunt him down in the wilderness of Ziph. Saul camped along the road beside the hill of Hakilah, near Jeshimon, where David was hiding. When David learned that Saul had come after him into the wilderness, he sent out spies to verify the report of Saul's arrival. David slipped over to Saul's camp one night to look around. Saul and Abner, son of Ner, the commander of his army, were sleeping inside a ring formed by the slumbering warriors. Who will volunteer to go in there with me? David asked Ahimelech the Hittite and Abishai, son of Zeruiah, Joab's brother. I'll go with you, Abishai replied. So David and Abishai went right into Saul's camp and found him asleep, with his spear stuck in the ground beside his head. Abner and the soldiers were lying asleep next to him, or around him. God has surely handed your enemy over to you this time, Abishai whispered to David. Let me pin him to the ground with one thrust of the spear. I won't need to strike twice. No, David said, don't kill him. For who can remain innocent after attacking the Lord's anointed one? Surely the Lord will strike Saul down some day, or he will die of old age or in battle. The Lord forbid that I should kill the one he has anointed. But take his spear and that jug of water beside his head, and then let's get out of here. So David took the spear and jug of water that were near Saul's head. Then he and Abishai got away without anyone seeing them or even waking up, because the Lord had put Saul's men into a deep sleep. David climbed the hill opposite the camp until he was at a safe distance. Then he shouted down to the soldiers and to Abner, son of Ner, Wake up, Abner. Who is it? Abner demanded. Well, Abner, you're a great man, aren't you? David taunted. Where in all Israel is there anyone as mighty? So why haven't you guarded your master the king when someone came to kill him? This isn't good at all. I swear by the Lord that you and your men deserve to die, because you failed to protect your master, the Lord's anointed. Look around. Where's the king's spear and jug of water that were beside his head? Saul recognized David's voice and called out, Is that you, my son David? And David replied, Yes, my lord the king. Why are you chasing me? What have I done? What is my crime? But now let my lord the king listen to his servant. If the Lord has stirred you up against me, then let me accept my offering. But if this is simply a human scheme, then may those involved be cursed by the Lord, for they have driven me from my home, so I can no longer live among the Lord's people. And they have said, Go worship pagan gods. Must I die on foreign soil, far from the presence of the Lord? Why has the king of Israel come out to search for a single flea? Why does he hunt me down like a partridge on the mountains? Then Saul confessed, I have sinned. Come back home, my son, and I will no longer try to harm you, for you valued my life today. I have been a fool and very, very wrong. Here's your spear, O king. David replied, Let one of your young men come over and get it. The Lord gives his own reward for doing good and for being loyal, and I refuse to kill you, even when the Lord placed you in my power, for you are the Lord's anointed one. Now may the Lord value my life, even as I have valued yours today. May he rescue me from all my troubles. And Saul said to David, Blessings on you, my son David. You will do many heroic deeds, and you will surely succeed. Then David went away, and Saul returned home. And that's the end of chapter 26. What's really interesting about the perspective that David has, so many people, even myself, would think, man, why not? Or how difficult it might be if someone was just simply surrendered to you, someone who had just been vile to you or did horrible things to you, took advantage of you, or even in this case tried to kill you. How many of us would want to exact vengeance in that very moment. Not only that, but to do it twice, given the opportunity twice, and they had wronged you more than 2 times. And, my knee-jerk reaction is to think, man, how difficult it must have been not to take action, not to take Saul's life and be justified in it. And then I really think about it, and I think, no, how easy it is for David to not do that, simply because he knows God. If you truly believe, if you truly have faith, it doesn't make sense to move against God's will. And so even though God surrendered him to him, a lot of that is just the opportunity for David to be his own character reflected to himself, or just another opportunity to honor God. And so the fact that his hand was stayed is just a testament to his faith. It's got nothing to do with Saul. It's got everything to do with God. And even here, when they reflect on, God delivered him to you. Yeah. What does he expect me to do? Mercy. He anointed him for a reason. Say, hey, I don't have to act. I just simply have to submit to God. And look what will happen. I don't have to do anything. I don't have to lift a hand. God will take care of the rest. God will take care of all of it. And that's crazy to think about. This is all back then. And he's still doing that today. This isn't just, David's so special. And God is moving about for all those that believe in him. And he's working all things out for their good. And I believe that. And I know he's doing it for me. There's still some things some irons in the fire, if you will, that, man, I'm somewhat anxious about. And that I really need him to go forward. And this isn't anything different than, because some of you might know, my dad's health is in a difficult spot right now. But I'm saying not even that. There's just so many things he's working for my good that I can't even begin. And I worry about it all. And I shouldn't. And I know that I shouldn't. But when I take it to God and I let him know, say, God, I really am worried about this. I know that you have it all under control. But the flesh part of me wants that little bit more. Because I think that's what will bring me peace, and it's not. And knowing that, but still wanting those things, is so frustrating. And when we see David see it so clearly, and to not be blinded by the ways of the world, and say, hey, this is an opportunity for, again, me to show grace. God does not want me to kill him, even though he's given me opportunity after opportunity. So I won't do it. And God doesn't want me to. And so this is just me wrestling with the flesh and the spirit. Say, no. Say, go in peace, Saul. Say, these are the concerns I have. Why do you continue to chase me when I've done nothing? And that evenly keeled reflection is just so powerful. And I think I had to imagine how humbling it must be for Saul, or maybe even not humbling, maybe just embarrassing. Say, I continue to do wrong, and you continue to extend me grace, and I continue to try and take more and more and more, and you just continue to surrender to me and not take my life and not take advantage. And it's got to be such a shameful loss to recognize that. And so, no, I like the story. I enjoy it, and I enjoy seeing David operate as God would want him to. That's not always the case, but even out of frustration, whatever he struggles with, he takes it to God. And that is exactly how he wants us to operate. So on that note, have a good night. God bless. I love you. Jesus loves you. And I'll be back for chapter 27 of 1 Samuel, where the header reads, Saul's defeat and death, David among the Philistines. Have a good night and God bless, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.